So back when I was preparing for this series, I went to a Facebook group and asked for their opinion on a video series about giving away ideas. Because I know there's a dreaded conversation for most artists that goes, "I have a brilliant idea, you do it." And I didn't get any negative response from that. Didn't get much response at all, but no one said no, so here we are. In today's episode, I'll be discussing an idea that came to me back before my son was born. My wife was pregnant, we were preparing everything, and I never really had a freak out. When she first told me, I accepted it pretty well. I never fought against it, but there was the question of, am I good enough to be a father? And back then my wife was friends with people who had a 10-year-old daughter who I got along pretty well with. This story is that setup if we happen to find a magical portal in her backyard that leads to a fantasy realm. The father-to-be character is your typical slacker, lazy, irresponsible, no job, but still good-hearted and fun to be around. And your 10-year-old girl character is intelligent, quick-witted, mostly emotionally stable, but she is a kid, so she'll have her moments. She lives alone with her mother, no sign of the father, and they have a big backyard with a foresty, swampy section in the back corner where she's not really allowed to go, but the father-to-be says, yeah, let's check it out. Why not? Either that or they kick a football in there by accident and he goes in after it. Oh, another thing. The backyard doesn't have Wi-Fi. So no internet, no phones. Kind of the reason she likes going back there, because it's nice and quiet for her to explore or read a book, where the rest of the world is a bit too noisy for her. Even though the mother doesn't really like her going back there, but won't move house to a smaller yard. Setting something up for later. The point is, they find a magical portal. After the two explore this new realm a little while, they try to go back through the portal and find a knight protecting it. This is your typical knight with big black armor and a big sword, and gets stabbed through the eye pretty easily. Mara manages to stab the knight with a tree branch in between his armor because he's distracted about to kill Adam. After he's injured, he pulls the tree branch out, heals himself underneath his armor, and then tells them to bugger off. Leave now, or forever hold your peace. So once they leave, they agree to never go back alone. Except that night, Mara is kidnapped and taken back by the evil princess, not a good princess or an evil queen, who saw the fight and wants Mara for some mysterious reason. Once Adam finds out that Mara is missing, he goes to the house, sees the police there, and secretly tells the mother what happened. Turns out she already knows about the portal because she grew up there. She already found it as a child. And together they agree that once the police leave, they'll go through the portal to get her back. Originally it was just Adam, but no, screw it, let the mum come too. It then cuts to Mara in the castle dungeons with the Black Knight. Because he was the guardian of the portal, he had to be imprisoned for the evil princess to get through. Or the princess's minions, of course. But now that the knight doesn't have his armor on, we see his entire body covered in scars and wounds from thousands of years of battles. That he survived because he is mortal, but kept the scars as memory. Anyway, the big climax happens. The knight lets them go back, announces Mara the guardian of the portal from her side, and they live happily ever after. Cut to 6 months later, when Adam's child is born. It's a daughter. Mara comes in to meet it for the first time, and the big twist is they named it after a character from the other world. Maybe a good queen, or the princess who wasn't all that bad and had a happy resolution. Mara's eyes go wide, Adam gives a cheeky shush, and credits. And there's a couple of strategies I had with how this other universe works. The main one is it is connected to the main character's emotions. When they meet the Black Knight, they are confused. It's mysterious, and he is a big knight that's very mysterious and confusing. When Adam is scared for Mara's safety, he is ambushed by a big scary spider. When they're walking through the forest having a deep and meaningful conversation, maybe about Mara's absent father, they stumble into a graveyard. Possibly find his name there. My next point is a more recent thought that I had that fits in well with the characters but needs the world changed a little from what I had thought. Mara is wise beyond her years and very logical, while Adam is more flight of fancy type person, just goes with the flow. While they're going through a different universe, less Narnia, more Wonderland, cartoon Wonderland, not dull live action one, Mara is less excited about how crazy everything is, while Adam is more accepting, because he just is. And that dynamic is similar to Kyle Calgarin and Some Jerk with a Camera in their combined review of Beauty and the Beast. Inspired by putting together the thumbnail for this video, I had a thought of what if Mara had powers? Maybe something the mother did in an old adventure, maybe because of the father, not necessarily because he's from that world. And absolutely keep your destiny narratives out of my pitch or I will put a spell on you. But giving Mara powers would escalate Adam's situation. Going from, oh my god, I'm having a baby. Oh my god, I'm looking after a teenager. Oh my god, I'm in a fantasy realm. Oh my god, she is magic. By the way, when I say Adam Sandler, I mean classic Sandler, not modern Sandler. Now, credit where credit is due. He is still good at drama. It's his comedies that are too try-hard now. Sorry. I did another Facebook post, completely different group from the intro, where I suggested, in contrast to all these sad murder dad games that have been released, that someone should try a happy murder mum game, where the child learns on their own and isn't just an extension of the player character. The child as a child and not a tool, mainly for the joke in the trailer that goes, men don't know what they're doing, lol, feminism. And I was thinking about making that its own episode here, but then I realized I already have that. It's just not a video game and it's not a mum. Also, that would have mostly been copying Matthew Matos's video on God of War, and I am nothing if not completely original. What, is there something on my face? Thanks for watching. This is my verbal declaration that I will not sue anyone for using the previous outline to create their own work, regardless of how much fame or money you might get from it. I'm definitely not the kind of artist who thinks I can own a concept. However, I would like to see what comes out of this video just for comparison and curiosity. If you do make something or find an existing piece that's similar, please let me know through Twitter or Facebook or email, and I'll happily check it out. And if you want to see the ideas I am working on for myself, please visit my Patreon page for samples and previews, no payment required. Happy creating, Bard Riley out!